Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Pisces, which is already occurring. You may, in fact, I know you are feeling the powerful energy of so many planets in the last degrees of Pisces and uh, the energies that are lending us towards, pointing us towards a new beginning. The most relevant energy, I believe, for any and all of us is this ability to stay open, to be open to receiving, understanding that seeds grow in the dark. They have to germinate. And so many of the intentions you've set are growing, but you can't see the possibilities yet. I've started with the Oracle cards. I've laid out some tarot, clarify with the Crow, Raven tarot, and finish with a crystal energy. And I've pulled for you the card Vulnerability, which relates to the sternum. As many of you may know, the energy archaeology looks at the bones as energy pathways. When in balance, vulnerability, keywords are softness and gentleness. And the wisdom reads, vulnerability is called a strength by some and a weakness by others. Consider this, it is neither. It doesn't have to be dressed up as a strength for it to be valuable, nor does it need to be a weakness for relevancy. Vulnerability is simply a state of being, a way of meeting the world and other people without protection and armor, without hiding and manipulating, without having to cut yourself open and bleed your truth for all to see. Many people walk around with this bone so tightly held that they can't see their heart essence slipping away, fading into oblivion. And what's mirrored back is a world that is also missing its heart's essence. But you have the ability to create a world within worlds where you can lie down within this bone of your body and practice softness, first with yourself, then flooding it out to the world around you. Vulnerability is softness. It's your humanity, and it is a gift that you first must give to yourself. And this is coupled with balanced emotions. I love this. Just as it talks about the way we often perceive this emotional quality, this softness, this gentleness, and the necessity to balance those emotions within us. So it seems to me, because of the impact of this new moon, quite possibly, especially for those of you with Pisces rising, to be a quality that is leading your conscious mundane activities. This idea that softness or this tremendous sensitivity you have to the needs of others is something that has to stay in balance in order for you to be safe, but also for you to center in your desired nature, so that you are motivated to move forward, as opposed to being overwhelmed with information and the needs of others. So it is interesting to me that this spring equinox occurs on Friday, the 20th, and it is Mercury goes direct in Pisces at that time. So this is the emphasis that not only are we overwhelmed with information, misinformation, untruths from the media that is controlled very much by the powerful, but we are likely to continue that information, that misinformation is going to be ramped up as we see one war occurring in the world, then the clarification about misdeeds, injustice, victimization, gender abuse, high crimes and misdemeanors being distracted for. And the need is more and more culpability becomes clear among our leaders, the more information and distraction and misinformation is thrown at us. However, this flood of information is only strengthening the clarity within you, because this is reaffirming the ability to grasp from the possibilities that are emerging from within you, the wisdom you've gained to be open to what the universe already has in abundance, that despite what you're being told, that there is more in the world than crime and power. For the Sun card, the Four of Staffs. This is lovely. It points your energy towards wish fulfillment with others. It's describing something you're building or creating that accommodates the growth of others, that also centers in something that is dear to you, something that you deeply want to achieve, want to be successful with. But it's something that also opens the door to others. And this is something you're building with others for even a greater generative community. So there is this sense that you have very clear that as you are empowered, you are creative, you are growing something, you desire growth. And that this Moon card is the Two of Jades, indicating your vacillation back and forth about something, needing to make a decision, or quite likely the ability to take what you've learned in one place and translate that into another place, vis-a-vis your past and future, or where you have been and where you are now. So this decision, it's almost as though whichever way you go is centered on something that is important to you, what we often call a wish fulfillment, a deeply held desire. So it's almost as though you're going to get what you want, whatever decision you make, but what is going to promote your ability to build with others, to create with others, to share with others, and generate in the most potentially grounded way, materially sustainable way, is what is calling to you. In the present, we have the Justice card. This really, in this case, is pointing to your focus on fairness, justice, generation of opportunities for those that have experienced oppression, trauma, lack of access or resources. And for some of you, you absolutely identify with those that you are seeking to build with and who you are building for. So this idea that fairness is your process and your destination. Justice is what it lends you the voice of others, so that you are in a position to advocate for what others not only need, but are deserving of. This really focuses on the idea of human rights, and that all individuals, as a result of being human beings, deserve certain kinds of respect, equitable treatment, and access to resources. In the past, so here the Grand Alchemist, the Temperance card, is really about the way that you've been healing self as the first step, or an important critical step to healing your community, your family, your relationships, the world. That the personal struggles and obstacles you've overcome are what give you the sense of confidence, clarity, that this is a process that a community similarly can be strengthened by, can be advocated for, so that this healing is about weathering the storms with grace. Uh, there's kind of a knowledge here that comes through around your ancestors, what your ancestors have gone through to get you where you are is nothing compared, is everything compared to what you are facing and struggling with. So there's an interesting paradox here because it's as though your ancestors went through so much more, such harsher conditions, treatment, injustices, unfairness, in a way that has prepared us to take on whatever challenges exist in the world today. And this is actually a source of phenomenal strength for you. This gives you a real clarity that you are more than up to the task, especially when you factor in that your ancestors are the very ones who have placed you where you are. This is about generational cultural healing and restoration. In the future, the Strength card. How very beautiful, how very perfect. This is really saying you've got what it takes and then some. There's no challenge too great, too large, because you've already been focused on the prize throughout your journey. You've already held to a vision of faith in your ability to not only survive, but to thrive. And that's something that has not swayed or uh, been diverted throughout your path towards this justice that you see as achievable for the community or the world that surrounds you. So this is about not only your ability to stay true to a greater vision that comes from inside of you, but it was put there by those who came before you. They worked for this, and you are in many ways the evidence, the blossoming of their powerful will to overcome. If this reading is resonating for you, Pisces, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you so much for all of the love that you have been showing me, not simply by your presence, but in all the ways that you do. I am really humbled, and am finding a lot of strength in our crazy times because of your faith, your belief, your vulnerability. I'm going to clarify the Temperance card in the past with the Six of Wands, and the Justice card in the present. Clarify with the Tower. And the Strength card, I will clarify the Strength card with this flipped, but I like this one better, but I'll take them both. So the Temperance card is clarified by the Six of Wands. This is you knowing exactly what needs to be done in the situation. And this is very much in alignment with this idea that because of your ancestors, your spirit guides, your relatives, your heritage, your culture, whatever it is, however you name the support that you receive, you have understood your place within the collective as a unique and original individual. You don't feel a conflict. You certainly can feel stresses, but you don't see this as mutually exclusive. You belong to the world, and you work on behalf of the world as a unique and gifted individual. Because of that sense of understanding, you are able to bring any project, organization, team, employment you work with a measure of success because of this clarity of your place, of your belonging in the world, and a way that you are capable of empowering that sense of belonging among others because of your experience. It almost feels like you've come from a very powerful spiritual tradition. Whatever that is, you have taken the lessons of that and you have embodied those lessons. There's definitely an energy coming through of, uh, of various deities and different cultures, and too many to name. In the present, the Justice card is clarified by the Tower. Wow, this is powerful. Also, it's a lot of major arcana on the table in my view. The Tower is really about your being grounded in the sense of universal harmony, understanding right and wrong, what is right for you, is right for others, your ability to advocate and move towards what is deserved, what is due, and opportunity coming to you as a result of your alignment. You're perfectly positioned to receive an opportunity that was unpredictable, that you couldn't have imagined, that you did not see coming, and something that in some ways could be seen as a disaster, a catastrophe. You recognize it is the open door to moving things in a direction that is more closely aligned to your intuition, to your sense of divine purpose and right living. So, this is about your navigating the currents what appears as a chaotic current in the world, what appears as the flood of misinformation, overwhelming negative media that is moving us, influencing us to believe that things are just the way they are because that's just the way they are. You understand an entirely different truth is really at our foundation. Things are the way we choose them to be. And you get that. In the future, the Strength card is clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Swords. I think this is describing this particular moment for many of us that we're moving into. This idea that we've already planted seeds, many of us, but seeds germinate in the dark. And that the growth that is occurring is invisible to many of us at this time. We may be able to feel it, but our greatest opportunity comes in understanding that what is shown to us as the truth is, in fact, purposeful and misdirecting. That all the voices, all the noise that is increasing, particularly as Mercury turns direct in Pisces, in late Pisces, is really just the flood of distraction, overwhelm, negativity, a sense that the powerful can do whatever they want and the rest of us are hopeless and helpless. You understand that you've already opened up yourself to this ability to receive the possibilities that you now can imagine. And because it's challenging for many of us to know that we want to change, to own the failures or disappointments we've experienced for our responsibility in them. At the same time, you are understanding that you are on the verge of experiencing new energetic pathways, i.e., new habits, new routines that are things that are helping you to sustain these new emotional awarenesses, intelligence that is growing within you and is informing your conscious ability to move towards love, to move towards growth, towards sharing, towards generating more love and abundance in the world. I'm going to finish up this reading with a crystal oracle, and we have the Numite. And the key word of the Numite is strength. I'm strong in mind, body, and spirit. Really going back to these powerful cards that have shown up on the table for you, that you have shown me. So thank you again, Pisces, for this powerful reading. Until next time, namaste.